This is Algebra 1, Lesson 30A, Algebraic Phrases, and this is Part 1. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to take verbal phrases and turn them into algebraic expressions or equations. And so there are some code words that we need to know what they mean. Sum, you've probably used before, means to add. And product means to multiply. So those are going to be code words that we're going to see. If they tell you 7 more than something, 7 more than would mean that they're going to be adding 7 to whatever it is they're 7 more than. So like 7 more than 10 would be 10 plus 7 or 7 plus 10, right? Increased by 7 means the same thing. You're going to be adding 7 to it, or we'll write for both of those that you could have 7 plus or plus 7. 7 less than would mean you are subtracting 7 from something. It would not mean 7 minus something. Okay? In these examples here, since addition is commutative, we can change the order. But subtraction is not commutative. We can't change the order. So it would be something minus 7. So this doesn't mean here negative 7. It would be some number that they're going to give us, or some quantity, minus 7. Decreased by 7 would mean the same thing. And you can't say 7 minus. You'd have to say minus 7. If n is a number, the opposite of n would be written the opposite of n. You wouldn't say negative n. Sometimes we say that, but technically you're meaning the opposite of n. Because if n is a negative number, so let's say, what if I said n is equal to negative 2? Then this would mean the opposite of negative 2, which would be positive 2. So we can't say negative n, we're talking about the opposite of n. Twice a number would be 2n. Remember, we just put them next to each other, and that indicates multiplication. 5 times the opposite of a number. So I would say 5 times the opposite of a number, which I could simplify that. That's just negative 5n. But if you want to write the expression, 5 times the opposite of a number. The sum of twice a number and negative 10. So we're going to be adding something. Okay, so I know I'm going to be adding 2 things. What am I adding? The sum of twice a number, so twice a number. And this is what I'm adding, negative 10. The sum of twice a number and negative 10. 7 times the sum that we just wrote above. If you're going to say 7 times a sum, then that means you want them to do the addition before they multiply. And if you want them to do the addition before they multiply, that's not order of operations, right? So you've got to indicate that that's what you want them to do with parentheses. So we'll put that sum above in parentheses. And then that way the person would know, do the sum and then multiply it by 7. Now we could simplify that and say 7 times the sum, and we could write this as 2n minus 10. Okay, we could have done that up here too, 2n minus 10.